And hello again, everybody. David Clary, Mark Hayes, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez, and along with Jacob Urban here with us, and Drew with us, and Drew Thomas. And we're about to get set for Oak Ridge High School basketball, the second day for us at the District 3 basketball tournament. Last night, the Lady Wildcats were victorious in their ball game. But tonight, Mark, we turn our attention to the boys, the regular season district champion Wildcats, and we're just about 15 minutes away from getting underway.
Yeah, we're excited to get this game going. I know it's a little surprise that West made it past Powell, so the boys should anticipate quite a game tonight.
The Wildcats come into this game with a record of 21-5. They are the number 1 seed, taking on the West High Rebels, 9-11. They are the number 5 seed. Tonight, the Wildcats will try to take a step forward in defending their District 3 championship against the newest member of the district, the West High Rebels. West comes in as the number 5 seed in the tournament and reached the game with an upset on Thursday, as Mark said, over the Powell Panthers. With their victory, West will advance to next week's region tournament, along with Carnes, who defeated Central on Thursday to advance to the tournament as well. Oak Ridge and Campbell County will also be in the region tournament by virtue of their finish in the regular season. Oak Ridge won the regular season championship, and Campbell County finished second. Bearden, Farragut, William Blount, and Hardin Valley are also other teams that will be at the region tournament out of District 4. Technically, Mark, this is the very first District 3 4A tournament in the history, but Oak Ridge has won the past 3 district tournaments. Of course, that was District 3A tournament, and they've won the last 3. Oak Ridge defeated Clinton the past 2 tournaments and Carnes in 2019 for the title. Clinton remained in AAA while Oak Ridge moved up to 4A. West comes into this game with a 9-11 record and the 5th seed, as I mentioned. Until Thursday's win over Powell, West lost 5 of their last 6 games, including 2 to Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge beat West at West 86-51 on January the 25th, and last Thursday at Oak Ridge 63-39. Oak Ridge and West have played 5 previous times in the postseason, with Oak Ridge winning the last 3 under head coach Aaron Green. Oak Ridge in the region tournament for the 27th consecutive year. And tonight is the 27th meeting in this series between Oak Ridge and the West High Rebels. And Oak Ridge leads the all-time series 22-4 since 1951. The winner of tonight's game plays for the championship against the winner of the second game tonight, Campbell County and Carnes. The championship game is on Tuesday night at 7:30. The losers of tonight's game will play Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the third-place ball game. Also, the winner of tonight's game will get a chance to host a first-round Region 2 tournament at 7 p.m. on Saturday. They will play either Bearden, Farragut, Hardin Valley, or William Blount. Those are the teams in the district from the other district. Monday night, the Lady Wildcats will play for the District 3 championship against the Powell Lady Panthers. It will be at 7:30, a tip-off here from Campbell County High School. Lady Wildcats will also host a first-round Region 2 game against either William Blount, the Lady Governors, or the Heritage Lady Mountaineers. We'll broadcast the championship game sponsored by the Johnson family for all the grandparents who cannot attend ball games. Tonight's individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge senior Lucas Searcy. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers, Linda, Nanny Williams, Sandy, Nana Larson, Marianne Mamaw Dunsmore. We thank all 3 of you for your support of our broadcast and, of course, your unconditional support of your grandson, Lucas. All of us are proud of Lucas and his accomplishments, and we look forward to what he has in store for the rest of his life after he leaves Oak Ridge. Our seasonal sponsors for Oak Ridge High School basketball here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, are Ortho Tennessee, the Oak Ridge Utility District, the Fox Insurance Group, Mortgage Investors Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance. Tonight we are on FM 92.7. We're on prepradio.com. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15. And we're also attempting to stream the ball game on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. And we appreciate you listening or watching our broadcast tonight. We're going to take our first break, and when we return, we'll talk more about tonight's game. It's Oak Ridge and the West High Rebels here from Campbell County High School, the District 3 basketball tournament, and we'll be back to Campbell County following this 3-minute timeout. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School, the District 3 basketball tournament. We're about 6 minutes, a little bit longer than 6 minutes away from the tip-off of tonight's game. The Oak Ridge High School Wildcats taking on the West High Rebels. It's actually the third time we've played West since January the 25th mark, so the two teams are pretty familiar with one another.
Yeah, they are. We got our hands full tonight, David. I mean, I know, talking on the way up here, I always think about Bivens. He's quite a player, but you reminded me about Pastrami. Or Pastrana, sorry.
Pastrana, yeah.
He's quite a threat as well. So, we can't just double up on one of them because it leaves the other one free. So I'm not quite sure what Coach Green has in plan, but I'm sure that he's communicated that to his team.
Those of us who like basketball love tournament time, and usually you see a lot of a lot of upsets, but you don't see them in the early rounds of the district tournament. I think perhaps the biggest upset, in my personal opinion, was Powell getting beaten the other night by this West team, which kind of scares me. They had lost like 5 out of their last 6, but they played enough to beat the West Rebels. And I heard that their best player, Aiden Green, got hurt in that ball game. I don't know the extent of that, but that's what I heard from somebody. So that could have been a major factor. I did not see the game. Coach Green told me that Powell just didn't play well in that game.
Was that the game after Powell beat Clinton? Because I was just thinking that could be, they could, kind of the same thing that Clinton could do. You get so up for a big win that you just take the next game for granted.
This game was just on Thursday, this past Thursday. So, I mean, it really kind of surprised me. This is a very capable team. Coach Green told me in the preseason that he thought West would be perhaps, he took his team out of it, might be the team to beat in the district. And that's what he thought going into it. Because you look at them, and I was talking to you off the air, they look like a really good basketball team. They've got size. And, we jumped on them big time over at West the first time we played them. So it was one of those games where, the game was almost over after the first quarter.
Yeah, I remember that game had a lot more anticipation before the game than it had excitement during the game because, as I recall, David, that first game was to really decide who the leader was for our district. That both teams going into the game had, basically the same record. They were both basically undefeated. West may have had one loss, but Oak Ridge had none. But they were at the time they were the cream of the crop.
At halftime, we're going to talk about our football program with our all-state linebacker who's part of our crew tonight. That would be Jacob Bourbon. He'll be part of our crew tonight. We have Drew Thomas as well helping us out here. Christian Rosas Rodriguez. My name is David Clary along with Mark Case. Back in the studios, we have Brian Bennett as usual. He'll be manning the boards here. I want to remind everybody once again, tonight's individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge senior Lucas Searcy. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers, Linda Williams, Sandy Larson, Mary Ann Dunmore. We thank all of you for your support of our broadcast here tonight. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. It's Oak Ridge and West coming up in about 5 minutes or so. We'll probably have the national anthem. So why don't we just hold it here for a few more minutes here, because typically as soon as that break's over, the national anthem starts and I have to take another break. Lady Wildcats last night had a big victory over the Central Lady Bobcats. It was fairly close in the second quarter, but the Lady Wildcats eventually won by about 30. And the Lady Wildcats, for the 7th consecutive year, are in the district championship game.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it was like a 65-33 final last night by the Lady Wildcats. So if that is true, that's a 32-point win. So quite a win. I know I wasn't able to make the game, but I did watch it on YouTube last night. So it was great to see the Lady Wildcats play so well last night and get the win.
We have some special guests up here with us. We've got Emmett and Avery Brinson, who are probably going to be helping us with our stats. And eventually, as we get older, Mark, they're going to be carrying our stuff into all the gyms that we go to, I'm sure.
I think they can do that now.
Well, they're kind of little right now, but we can probably saddle it on them a little bit. We are on it.
Their father's a football coach. Surely he can get them on a weight program that would help us.
That is exactly true. In fact, I'll get Coach James Branson on that right now. We're a few minutes away from the start of this game. We're at Campbell County High School on this Saturday. We have no ball games tomorrow, but we'll be right back up here at Campbell County on Monday for that 7:30 ball game with the Wildcats taking on the Powell Lady Panthers for the championship. It's kind of unusual. In the 7 years, this will be the 7th year consecutively that the Lady Wildcats have been in the state or the district championship ball game. It's either been against Powell or Campbell County in all of those years. Nobody else.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Just funny how that all works out.
We're just moments away from the start of this game and the national anthem. We're going to take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll have the tip-off of Oak Ridge and West at the District 3 tournament on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio, and FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We'll be back following this 3-minute timeout.
Noah Johnson. Number 10, Hunter Watts. Number 20, Dane Britton. And number 51, Will Gibbons. The one for which is represented as the cadets of the night score. And now, the Wildcats number 3.
Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School, getting set for Oak Ridge High School basketball. The Wildcats taking on West at the district tournament. Mark, you've got the starting lineups.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much, David. West will come out with number 0, Gabrielle Pastrana. Number 5, Noah Johnson, followed by number 10, Hunter Watts. Also number 20, Dane Britton. And number 21, Will Bivens. Wildcats will come out with number 1, Darren Osborne. Number 2, Lucas Searcy. Number 4, Caden Updegraff. Number 10, Jamison Updegraff. And number 11, Kel Slater.
And we're about to get set here from Campbell County High School. The first game of the tournament for the Wildcats. West, as we mentioned, knocked off the Powell Panthers the other night up here to advance to this round and to the regional tournament. To jump for them will be Hunter Watts. To jump for the Wildcats will be Darren Osborne. And we're about to get set here from Campbell County on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. The Wildcats in white, the Rebels in red. And the ball is up, controlled by West, and we're underway. Where the basketball will come, Gabriel Pastrana. He's the point guard. He works the ball to the right side over to number 20. That'll be Dane Britton. Britton swings the ball over to his left. Looking over to number 10, that's Watts. Around to the top of the circle, it goes to number 5. That is Johnson. Johnson swings it out to Pastrana. He drives in, wanted to go against Kill. Lost the ball, taken away by Oak Ridge. Here comes Jamison Updegraff. 1-on-3, goes in for the shot, and the ball is knocked out of bounds on a nice hustle play by Will Bivens. It'll be the Wildcats with the basketball underneath the goal. Just underway here, district tournament, no score, 7:34 to play here in the first period. Jacob Irvin working the scoreboard for us today. Drew Thomas doing camera work for us. Wildcats working in. Lucas Searcy, a little 5-footer is good. Lucas has the first 2 points of the ball game, and it's 2-0 Wildcats. And here comes West down the floor. With the basketball will come Gabriel Pastrana, caught, works the ball to a wide open Bivens, who shoots a 3. You cannot leave him open like that. I don't know what happened there, Mark. You can't leave him open because he'll drain those all night.
Yeah, he will. He's quite a shooter, and he can drive well, too. As the shot is up, no good by Jameson Updegraff.
Lucas gets another opportunity for a shot. No good. Saved by Kel. Kel looks inside, backs it over to Lucas Searcy, who's going to launch a 3. It's on its way. No good. Rebounded by the West High Rebels. Oak Ridge down 3-2. 6:56 to play. They get a shot off. It is no good. Darren Osborne has the rebound. Darren waits for his teammates, gives it over to Lucas Searcy. Searcy swings it across to Jamison. Jamison drives in. One dribble. Cannot shoot. Backs it up. Needs to back it up. Does to Kel. He's free for a shot. Won't take it. Back it goes to Caden Updegraff. Back to Kel. To Jamison in the corner. They leave him open for a 3. It's good. 3-point shot for Jamison Updegraff. And the Wildcats retake the lead. It's 5-3, and down the floor will come West. With the basketball will come their point guard, Gabriel Pastrana. He works the ball, guarded out high by Caden Updegraff. They work the ball to the left side. Wildcats man-to-man there as they work the ball. Bounce pass goes inside. That should be a charge. It is. Nicely set up by Oak Ridge. Pastrana is called for the personal foul. He slid over just in time, Mark, and got the foul called.
Yeah, it's a great play that time by, I believe it was Jamison Updegraff, who was able to get in there and get the charge.
Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. 5-3 our score. 6:15 to play here in the first period. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Wildcats with it out to Kel. Kel Slater. 1,000-point score for the Wildcats. Gives it back to Jamison Updegraff. Back to Lucas. Top of the circle. Thought about shooting a 3. Will not. Swings it to Caden, who drives the baseline. Caden wanted to shoot. Kicks the ball back out. Around it goes Lucas. Lucas takes one step. Gives it out to Jamison. They leave him open. Another 3 is up. Good. 3-point shot for Jamison Updegraff. He's got 6, and the Wildcat lead is 5. 8-3 our score, and down the floor with the basketball once again will come the West High Rebels. Nearly a steal there by Oak Ridge. Once again. And they work the ball to the right corner. Their basketball, top of the circle. Pastrana drives in, wants to shoot against Lucas. Does. Shot is no good. Rebound to the West Rebels. They step out of bounds with it. Hunter Watts got the rebound and stepped on the baseline. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming the other way. 5:28 to play first quarter. 8-3 the Wildcats. Jamison Updegraff with 2 threes to start the ball game.
Yeah, great shooting out there on the white the right wing over there. He's kind of picked his spot over there, and it's working out well. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the line.
Winner of this game plays for the district championship against the winner of Campbell County and Carnes, which will be our second game tonight. Lucas Searcy with it to Caden,
Nice.
wide open, layup good. Breakdown on the defense, number 20, Dane Britton didn't pick him up, and they throw the ball away on the inbounds almost. They save it barely. Pastrana drives in. He walks. They work the ball to the top of the circle. They drive in, number 2. That should be another charge, and it is. Wildcats have taken 2 charges in the start of this ballgame. They should have called a walk down there.
Yeah, they should have. I'm not quite sure after he lost the ball like that, he's allowed to touch it again. So should have called a walk or a double dribble or something.
10-3, Oak Ridge on top, 4:53 to play first quarter. Here comes Kell down the floor for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge in their all-white jerseys, but Cardinal. Lucas Searcy around to Jamison. Jamison cannot shoot, goes into Darren. He can't control the pass. Hit him in the hands and dropped it. On the layup, they get a chance for a score, and they do. Number 21, that is Will Biven. I don't think Darren was expecting that pass to come in to him that strong, and he's got 5 points in the game. Wildcats substituting. Flip Thompson's going to come into the game. Darren Osborne will check out. 10-5, Oak Ridge in the lead. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to play in the first period. Wildcats have the basketball, moving right to left as we broadcast here at Campbell County High School. Kell with the basketball, works the ball to Flip. Around it goes Jamison up to Graff. Jamison looks to Lucas, goes to him. He drives the paint, pulls up, 3-footer is good. Lucas Searcy getting good middle penetration mark, and Lucas has another bucket.
Yeah, he's got 4 points in the ball game now, but being nice and aggressive with the ball as he, it's both about 5-footers.
Here comes a shot by West. It's missed, rebounded momentarily by Kell. Saved on the floor, number 5 with it. They leave Biven open again. Can't do it. Can't do it. I don't know why they're letting him get free like that. They've got to stay with him. He's already got 8, and the Wildcats' lead is cut to 4. 12-8 the score. I know the game plan is to cover him.
Yeah, I mean, he has all 8 of their points, David. So, you disrupt his game. You disrupt the Rebels game.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 12-8 our score. The Wildcats in the lead. 3:53 to play. Lucas gets another easy one. Good, and he's fouled. They continue to get Lucas down low, easy looks, and he'll go to the free throw line with an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, picking up the foul was Hunter Watts. That's his first, team third, David. But both Lucas and Caden are doing a great job of getting open under the basket.
Wildcats will substitute Caden Updegraft out of the ball game. The Wildcats playing with Grayson Strader for the first time tonight. He checks in. The Wildcats also have Flip Thompson in, Kell Slater. Lucas to the line, one shot. It's on its way up there. Good. Lucas Searcy knocks down his 7th point, and the Wildcats lead is 7. 15-8 the score. Here come the West High Rebels. Down the floor with it. They work the ball across the line to Latham. Latham drives in, throws up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Grayson. Grayson Strader looks for help, gives it off to Lucas Searcy. Fires it over to Kell. Kell turning, spinning, driving, goes in. He's fouled. Personal foul will go against number 5 for them. That'll be Noah Johnson. It'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line with Kell Slater. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to play first quarter. 15-8. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge on top of the Rebels of West. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're streaming the game live on our Prep Radio channel. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Shot is up good. Kell has his first points of the night, and Oak Ridge leads by 8 once again. 16-8 the score, 3:36 to play in the first period. Senior Kell Slater back to the free throw line. Got really quiet in the gym here, with the exception of my loud mouth. Shot is good. It's 17-8. Wildcats in the lead. Here comes a turnover. West, number 0, Pastrana, ran right into Flip, and he stepped on the sideline there, Mark, and that'll be a turnover. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball side court. It'll be Jamison Updegraft to work the ball in. Then it comes to Slater. 17-8 Oak Ridge. 3 minutes, 32 seconds to play here in the first period. The winner plays for the district championship on Tuesday. Oak Ridge floats one up there. No good. Rebound to West. Here come the Rebels down the floor. Dribbling with it will come Pastrama. He walked again. They drive in for a shot, and guess what? They leave his shooter open again, and he scores. That's 3 times they have left him open for an easy one. The Wildcats run the floor and just easily get a layup. They outran them down the floor, and here comes the Rebels across the line. They work the ball to Pastrama once again. 8-point Oak Ridge lead. That's 3 times they've just left him open there.
Yeah, and he has all 11 of their points. I mean, he's the only one who has scored for West.
With the basketball will come Braden Latham. He works the ball left side out to number 21 once again. That's Pastrana now. He's going to launch a three. A high arcing shot. Hits the rim. No good. Rebound to Slater. Kell coming down with the dribble. He comes across the time stripe. Dribbles right. Has slip in the corner. Gives it out to Grayson Strader for three. Good. Big shot there by Grayson. His first 3 points. And the Wildcats lead 22-11. Here comes Pastrana down the floor. He dribbles in. Throws up a shot. Blocked away by Grayson. Grayson, a good couple 30 seconds of play.
Yeah, way to come in and ignite the Wildcats, David. He had a nice three-pointer and then a nice block shot. His wingspan really helped him on that play.
Noah Johnson comes out of the ball game for the West High Rebels. 2:24 to play first quarter, 22-11 the score. Once again, they leave Bivens open. I don't know who was supposed to get him. I think it was Brennan, I believe. So anybody they put in here, he was wide open. The Wildcat lead is 22-13, and Coach Green is not happy.
No, like I said, I mean, he continues to have all of the points for West High School, David.
Kell thought about shooting a three, gives it back to Grayson. Grayson throws the ball, intending it for Lucas. It goes off his fingertips out of bounds. Coach Green, he is not happy. 22-13, the Wildcats in the lead. Scoring a lot of points here, but giving up some easy looks. And I know Coach Green hates that. You know, he's a defensive-minded coach, and he just does not like that, especially their best player. You just can't lose him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you don't know who their best player is going into the game.
1:48 to play here in the first period. Pastrana dribbles in, lost the dribble, goes in for the shot, missed it. Rebound to the Rebels, and they'll set it up once again. The Wildcats got to do a little better job on the glass. Down low, it comes out to Bivens once again. Will Bivens works the ball. Tries to work the ball, now goes inside to number 10. That'll be Watts. Watts drives the baseline, gets a reverse flip, missed it badly. On the rebound will come Lucas Searcy. The Wildcats need to run the floor. Flips wide open in the right corner, kicks it out to Brennan. Brennan thought about shooting a three. There's Lucas wide open. NBA range three. Good. 3-point shot for Lucas Searcy, and West will call a timeout. Already 10 points in the game. Oak Ridge on top, 25-13. Timeout asked for by the Rebels. We'll take it with them. We'll send it back to the station. We'll be back to Campbell County following this 30-second timeout. Is the time the hardest part of it? Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School, the site of this year's District 3 tournament. Wildcats got kind of spoiled, Mark, as we get down to our final minute 6. Oak Ridge has hosted the last 2 district tournaments, and Campbell County was supposed to host last year, but wasn't able to, obviously, because of COVID. They have the ball top of the circle. They're looking inside. The Wildcats playing with Flip Thompson, Caden Updegraff, along with Kell Slater, Lucas Searcy. They're going to drive in. He walks again. Are those not walks? I mean,
yeah, they called it this time. No, the ref down wanted to call a walk, but the other one called a foul.
Well, it's the same official who was at the Clinton game the other night. Clinton people didn't like me calling him out the other night, but you know what? 25-13 the score, 47 seconds to play here in the first period. With the basketball will come Gabriel Pastrana. He works the ball top of the circle to Braden Latham. Latham swings the ball back to Pastrana. He wants to drive in. Penetrates, backs up. Caden Updegraff guarding him along with Flip. They lob it all the way to the right corner. Bivens now picked up by Kell Slater. Comes out to the top of the circle. They trap him up high. They work the ball down low. Number 11 drives with his back to the goal. Swings the ball back out with 22 seconds to play in the first period. Oak Ridge on top 25-13. They lose Bivens again. He shoots. Missed it. Rebound. That's a foul. Foul's going to be called against Hunter Watts of the West High Rebels, and with 14.7 seconds to play here in the first quarter, it'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming down the floor. Caden Updegraff in the ball game. Kell Slater along with Flip Thompson, Lucas Searcy, and Brennan Scott. The Rebels coming down the floor with Kell. Got a screen from Lucas. Dribbles in, pulls up. The lefty for three. Good. 3-point shot. Kell Slater as the first quarter comes to a close. We have played one quarter of basketball, a good quarter of basketball for the Wildcats. They lead West 28-13, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Show him how to change the quarters.
Very good.
That's because he's an all-state linebacker.
I think it's more likely he's got a 4 point.
Yeah, you're right. How many threes does Lucas have right now?
Lucas, one.
What's that?
Just one.
Okay.
Jameson's got 2.
Keep a track of. Tell me if he hits 4 threes today. Tell me. That'll be his 100th of his career. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge in the lead here, 28-13. Appreciate our sponsors for our YouTube. I'll come back and talk about that here in a moment. The Wildcats come out with the lead here. Kale with a big 3 at the buzzer. Kicks the ball to Caden Updegraff. He launches a 3. It's up. In and out, no good. Rebounded by West. Pastrana down the floor. The Wildcats got to run the floor here. They're going to drive in. Shot is on its way. No good. Rebound foul is going to be called, I think, against Oak Ridge. Personal foul will go against the Wildcats. It'll go against number 1, Darren Osborne. That'll be his first personal foul. It'll be the Rebels with the basketball underneath the goal. 7:39 to play, second period. 15-point Oak Ridge lead. They throw the ball in, and it comes to Pastrana. He calls the play, dribbles out to the top of the circle, guarded out high by Kel Slater. They work the ball to Bivens. He looks inside, wanted to get the ball inside to number 10. Pastrana drives to the right elbow, pulls up and shoots from there. No good. Rebound to Darren Osborne. Wildcat basketball. Here it goes to Caden to Lucas Searcy. Lucas across the time stripe. Lobs it left side to Kel. Drives the baseline. Swings it out. Jamison for 3. Good. Another 3-point shot by Jamison Updegraff. His third 3 of the night. And Oak Ridge leads 31-13. Here comes West down the floor with the basketball. Will come number 5. That'll be Noah Johnson. Johnson picked up by Kel. Drives past him. Dribbles to his left. Goes back door and throws the ball away. The Oak Ridge basketball on a steal. Here it goes to Lucas Searcy to Kel. Kel dribbles, drives, pulls up, shoots in the lane. Good. What a move by Kel Slater. And the Wildcat lead is 20. 33-13 the score. Here come the Wildcats. Nearly a steal by Kel Slater. It is last touch by Pastrana. Last touch by Pastrana. I think Coach Green might have helped that without that call, I think.
I tell you what, Kel Slater, as he's dodging people, he looked like he was on a slalom course snow skiing there, David.
6:34 to play first half. The Wildcats turn the ball over. Here comes Pastrana driving in. He shoots. He scores for the West High Rebels. 33-15 the score. So Wildcats turn the ball over, and it turns into instant points. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kel Slater with it for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge hot shooting from three-point land here to start the ball game.
Yeah, I think we have 5 total, David, as a team.
Missed shot there. Here they come down the floor again. Pastrana against Lucas. Shoots over him. Missed it. Rebound. No good. Over the back. Somebody commits a personal foul. Might be Darren again. Might be Caden. Might be Jamison. We'll see. Personal foul is going to go against Darren Osborne. That's going to be Darren's second foul. And they'll send number 20. That'll be Dane Britton to the free throw line for the West Rebels. 33-15 the score. Shot is an air ball. Hit the net. Didn't hit the rim, but he was fouled in the act of shooting. He'll have another one. 6:04 to play second quarter. The Wildcats substitute Darren out of the ball game. Into the ball game now will come Brennan Scott. 33-15. Good start for the Wildcats. Second toss. He banks it in good. Oak Ridge back down the floor, leading 33-16. The winner to play for the district championship on Tuesday night at 7:30 against the winner of Campbell County and Carnes. Caden Updegraff with the basketball. Had Jamison early, couldn't get the ball to him. Goes to Flip. Flip on the right wing. Flip swings it out to Jamison. Jamison drives past his man. Loops to the left side. Brennan Scott for 3. It's up. Good. 3-point shot for Brennan Scott. And that's his first 3 points, and the Wildcats lead again by 20. 36-16 the score. Here comes West down the floor. 5:35 to play second period with the basketball. Number 20 hands it off to Will Bivens. Bivens dribbles out to his right, fires it to the right side, driving the baseline. Cut off nicely by Brennan Scott. Swings it out once again. Here comes Bivens once again. Free throw line jumper is good. Bivens hits the bucket, and it's 36-18. He's got 15 points already in this game. Oak Ridge basketball. Flip cut off there nicely. He's going to dribble past his man. Dribble all the way to the hole. Puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Caden. Back up to Flip. Flip wanted to shoot. He's fouled. That was honestly a comedy of errors on both teams right there. The ball was just under the goal, being knocked around by both of them. Fortunately, the Wildcats were able to get Flip the ball last, and he's going to go to the free throw line with 2 shots.
This will be first attempt from the line for Flip tonight, David. A lot of ball movement down there. His first shot is up, no good.
36-18, Wildcats in the lead, 5:02 to play. We're on YouTube today. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. Flip Thompson back to the free throw line. Tonight's individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge senior Lucas Searcy. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers, Linda Williams, Sandy Larson, and Marianne Dunsmore. We appreciate your support. Second free throw by Flip was good, and Oak Ridge is back up by 19. Their basketball across the way, number 5. They leave. Bivens open for a 3. This was way off the mark. Rebounded by Caden Updegraff. Updegraff down the floor to Flip Thompson. 37-18, the Wildcats in the lead. Oak Ridge basketball. Coach Green not happy about starting the play. Lucas is open for a 3. It's on its way. It's up. It's no good. Rebound to West. Here come the Rebels down the floor. Across the way, number 5 for them, that's Noah Johnson. Johnson against Caden Updegraff, drives to the free throw line, fadeaway jumper, it's good. Nice shot there by Noah Johnson, and that's his first 2 points. Here come the Wildcats down the floor, up by 17. The Wildcats leading 37-20, 4:19 to play here in the second period. At halftime, I'm going to speak to Jacob Irvin, member of the Oak Ridge High School football team of a year ago. We'll talk about his future plans and his career at Oak Ridge High School. And Mark will have the final statistics of the first half. Which one is more exciting, Mark?
Not the final statistics at the first half.
Here comes Oak Ridge driving in for a shot. No good, but a foul is going to be called against West. 17-point lead for the Wildcats here in the first half. 3:55 to play. The Wildcats trying to play in their 12th consecutive district championship ball game. As Lucas Searcy goes to the free throw line for the Wildcats. 37-20 the score. 3:55 to play in the second quarter. Toss is good by the senior, making his grandmothers happy today, Mark Hayes, and they make us happy too. They're sponsoring our broadcast tonight on YouTube. Back to the free throw line, Lucas Searcy. What a career he's had. He's approaching 600 points, I believe. We'll talk more about that here in a second. In fact, coming into this game, Lucas had 664 points. He might be able to get, as Brendan Scott hustles for the rebound. Out on the missed shot, Lucas thought about a 3. Flip thought about shooting it. Now we'll drive in. Picks it out, Brendan. Oh, nice move by Brendan Scott. 8-footers up, hits the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. Oak Ridge by 18, 38-20 the score. With the basketball, they're rolling it on the floor. Pastrana has it. He gets away with a lot of walks, Mark.
I'm not sure why that's not a double dribble.
3:30 to play first half, 38-20. The Wildcats in the lead. The Wildcats playing with Jamison Updegraff, Lucas Searcy along with Flip Thompson, Cale Slater. This is a good West team. Pastrana, a little bit too much ball handling. He's going to be bailed out by a foul by Oak Ridge. I don't know. It looks like his goal is just to penetrate and leave the other 3 guys out on the floor to do nothing, basically. It just looks like Bivens and Pastrana. That looks like their game plan.
Yeah, as you know, as I recall, David, they do most of the scoring anyway. I mean, in this game, Pastrana has 2 points, Johnson has 2 points, Britton has 1, and Bivens has 15.
4th team foul against Oak Ridge. They take forever to get the ball in bounds. It finally does come into number 20. He wanted to shoot from the left elbow, will not. Backs it up with 3:13 to play in the first half, and the Wildcats in the lead by a score of 38-20. With the basketball will come number 5. That'll be Noah Johnson. Johnson, top of the circle, works the ball to his right, looks to drive, now hands it off once again to Pastrana. He drives the left elbow, thought about shooting. They kick it out to the corner. It's a 3. It's up. It's good. 3-point shot by Noah Johnson, and the Wildcat lead is cut to 38-23. Wildcats need some offense. They go into Lucas. There's a shot. Good. Easily scores in the paint there, and it's back to a 17-point lead. Lucas has 13. They get a shot up. It's good. They beat us down the floor that time. It's run and gun right now. The Wildcat lead is 15. 40-25 the score. With the basketball will come Kell. Around the screen. Dribbles left. Finds Lucas free. Hesitates. Pulls up. Shoots on its way. Good. 2-point buckets by Lucas Searcy. The Wildcats are hot shooting the ball tonight from the outside.
Yeah, they really are. Lucas has 15 points himself tonight, matching Bivens.
And they launch a three and they hit it. Noah Johnson from the left wing. And down the floor will come Oak Ridge. 42-28 the score. Kell lifts it out to Jamison for three. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot for Jamison up the graph. And the Wildcat lead is 45-28. And that's 4 3-pointers as they put up a shot. There's another charge. Third charge called against West here in the first half. The Wildcats are really good at setting up charges, and West has been called for it 3 times already in the first half.
So Pastrana picks up his second foul. Also with 2 fouls for West is Noah Johnson and Hunter Watts and Dane Britton.
Minute 54 to play. We're in the second quarter. Down the floor of the basketball will come the Wildcats slowly this time. 45-28 the score. Wildcats in the lead here from the District 3 basketball tournament. Here comes Oak Ridge's Flip Thompson to Lucas in the corner. Thought about shooting, will not. Flip, dribbles out to the right. The Wildcats got to get a little bit more movement. They get inside to Kell. His shot is up, no good. He's fouled again. The Wildcats are so unselfish, Mark. They throw the ball and pass the ball so well to the open player. They don't care about their points. They just care about getting points for the team, not themselves.
Yeah, the stat that I don't keep is points off assists. I know UT led in that a couple of years ago, but I would think that Oak Ridge does very well for points off assists.
45-28 the score. Minute 34 to play, second quarter. Kell's free throw is good. Wildcats by 18 once again, 46-28. Back to the free throw line will go the senior. The Wildcats actually have 5 seniors in the ballgame right now. Caden and Jamison, along with Lucas, Kell, and Flip. Free throw is up, good. And Wildcats are back on defense here, leading by 19. 47-28 the score. Number 1 with the basketball. He struggles, gets the ball across the way. Over it goes to right. Here's a steal by Jamison up to grab. Jamison coast to coast with it. Ball swept away and knocked out of bounds by West. 47-28. The Wildcats on top. A minute 22 to play here in the second period. Drew Thomas doing our camera work. Avery, how are you doing today? Avery, a little too shy there. She normally talks, but not that time. It'll be a timeout asked for by Coach Green. Why don't we take it with him? Minute 22 to play here in the second quarter. Oak Ridge on top, 47-28. We'll take a break. We'll send it to Brian. We'll be back in 30 seconds. David Clary back here, Loma Marquez, Jacob Irvin, Drew Thomas, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Brian Bennett back at the station. 47-28 Wildcats. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal, up by 19. I think they've led by as many as 20, maybe. As Wildcats have the ball, they work the ball into Kell Slater. Minute 21 to play, second period. Kell backs up with his dribble in the midcourt circle. I think Coach Green wants to work a little time off the clock. Kell with it, dribbles off to his right. Guarded out high by number 1. 5-second count was on. He blows past his man, goes all the way to the hole, and he's fouled. Just a little bit too slow. I mean, Kell accelerated and got hacked on the wrist. I don't think the West fans are too happy about it, but it'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line with Kell Slater. 47-28, a 19-point first-half lead for the Wildcats. Wildcats trying to go, as I mentioned, to their 12th consecutive district championship ball game. Kell's free throw is good. 20-point lead for the Wildcats, 48-28. This West team upset a really good PAL team the other day. I had to play well in that ball game. Wildcats, I don't know if we have shot the ball as well in the first half as we have this half in a long time, honestly, as the free throw is up and good. Everything falling the way of the Wildcats here. That ball hit the rim twice and just finally dropped in as West just struggles to get the ball in. Wildcats on top, 49-28. Pass intercepted by Oak Ridge. Flip, Lucas Searcy, no good. Missed an easy point-blank one. And Lucas commits a dumb foul. He'll tell you it's dumb because it was more of a frustration that he missed the layup there, Mark.
Yeah, it was. It's, often called a frustration foul, but unfortunately for the Wildcats, that's only his first foul of the game.
49-28 the score. The Wildcats in the lead. Here comes West down the floor. 52.4 seconds to play here. They throw the ball and intending it out on the right side to number 5, but the ball is knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. It'll be the Wildcats on defense once again. Number 5 dribbles. That's Johnson. Johnson drives in, pulls up, wants to shoot, does. Good. Here come the Wildcats back the other way running. Kel Slater with the basketball. He dribbles right. Kel sets it out to Flip Thompson. Flip thought about shooting, now backs it up. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge in the lead, 49-30, 29 seconds to play. 5-second count is on. You got to get rid of it, Flip. He breaks off the pressure there, gives it out to Kel Slater. Flip almost got a 5-second call there. Coach Green was yelling at him as Kel backs it up into the midcourt circle. 15 seconds to play here. 49-30, the Wildcats in the lead. Kel hit a big shot to end the first quarter. Let's see what Oak Ridge can do here. We're down to 5 seconds. The Wildcats down the floor. Kel's going to drive in. Kel shoots on its way up there. No good as the first half comes to a close. Great first half of basketball for the Wildcats there, Mark Hayes. The Wildcats lead it by a score of 49-30. Your thoughts?
Great first half. As you said, David, the Wildcats shot really well. I'll have those percentages here after I tabulate them, but great first half for the Wildcats.
Second break here. We'll send it off to Brian Bennett. This is the District 3 basketball tournament. The Wildcats taking on the West High Rebels. The second game tonight will pit the Carnes Beavers against the Campbell County Cougars. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game on Tuesday at 7:30 for the championship. The Lady Wildcats are in the championship ball game on Monday night. They will take on the Powell Lady Panthers. That'll be a 7:30 ball game up here at Campbell County High School. 49-30 is our score. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to be speaking to Jacob Burvin, who is on our crew here tonight. Glad to have him up here. 19-point Wildcat lead, 49-30 the score. We'll be back to Campbell County in 3 minutes. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. The Wildcats with a very comfortable 49-30 lead here at halftime, but still a lot of basketball to be played. Joining me, as I promised, is an all-state linebacker for the last 2 years for Oak Ridge High School, Jacob Irvin. Jacob's on our crew here tonight. Jacob, first off, make sure your mic's on there. First off, how you like working the scoreboard here for us tonight?
It's been a lot of fun so far.
And you've had to do a lot of work here because we've already scored almost half 100 points here in the first half. That's a lot of scoring. To score 79 points in the first half, that's a lot of scoring. So you've had to keep your fingers going.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I've learned a lot just by being here.
Let's talk about your football season now. Just obviously we had the banquet the other night here. Obviously not the season you wanted to have, but what were the positives that you got out of the season this year?
There were a lot of positives. Having my senior year as good as it was, and being honored with All-State has just brought me joy. Despite our record, I had fun. I'm getting to go to college and play football in college, so no complaints over here.
I know you don't want to make that announcement right here on the air, but are you getting close to deciding where you're going to go?
Getting pretty close.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm not going to put any pressure on you. I've only asked you about 40 times probably in the last month or so. But, this last year we had a coaching change here. Coach Gaddis electing to retire. He's still the AD, so he's still going to be around Oak Ridge High School. What kind of a coach was he for you and the rest of the Wildcats in your years at Oak Ridge?
Oh, Gaddis. He was an interesting coach. He went he had two different faces. Well, not like in football he was serious, but outside of football he was funny. He was more enjoyable to be around.
Jacob, I don't think a lot of people know that. You and I know that, and you guys around the football program. I don't think a lot of people realize the sense of humor that he has. It's a little bit on the warp side sometimes.
A little bit.
But he is a lot of fun to be around. And I'm just glad that he's going to be around with us. So in college, I guess at your size, I mean, you're fast as lightning, and that's going to be a big benefit. Where do you see yourself playing, outside or inside linebacker?
Preferably and most likely the college will want me to play either strong safety or outside linebacker.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. I was thinking you probably would be in the secondary. And I think some of my favorite plays that you made were not hits that you made, is to me, I think when people would underestimate your speed. I remember a couple times the quarterbacks, the running backs would be moving and you just like a dart come in and drop them. Is that the fun part for you, or is it just the hitting part of it for you?
Honestly, I don't really hit that hard. I just run through people, but it's more of the chasing down and catching them is the more fun part for me.
Well, Jacob, I'm going to have to let you go here. We got to run the stats down, but good luck the rest of the way, and please let us know where you're going to go to school.
All right, thank you. I will.
Okay, that's Jacob Irvin. He's helping us out here tonight. Mark, you've got the first half statistics here.
Thank you very much, David. Successful first half for the Wildcats. Leading the scoring for the Wildcats is Lucas Searcy. He has 15 points. He's 5 of 6 in twos, 1 of 3 in threes, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Grayson Strader has 3 points for the Wildcats. He came off the bench. He's 1 of 1 from beyond the three-point line. Caden Updegraff has 2 points for the Wildcats. He's 1 of 2 from the field. Flip Thompson has 1 point. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jameson Updegraff has 14 for the Wildcats. He's 5 of 6 from the field. And Kel Slater has 11. He's 2 of 5 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And then Brendan Scott has a 3 for the Wildcats. He's 1 of 1 from beyond the three-point line. As a team, the Wildcats are 16 of 26 from the field. That's 62% from the field. What's more impressive than being 62% from the field is the fact that they're 67% from beyond three-point line, and that's not just 2 for 3. They are 8 of 12 from beyond the three-point line. So 8 3-pointers for the Wildcats tonight in the first half. 2-point land, 8 of 14. So it's actually rare that you're shooting better from three-point land than you are from 2-point land. They're 9 of 11 from the free throw line, so they're 82% from the free throw line. Looking at West, they're led in scoring, not surprising, by Will Biven. He has 15 points. He's 6 of 8 from the field. He's exactly 3 of 4 from both twos and threes. 10 points by Noah Johnson. He's 4 of 5 from the field. 2 points for Gabriel Pastrana, 1 of 8 from the field. 2 points for Braden Latham off the bench for the Rebels. He's 1 of 2 from the field. And then Dane Britton rounds out the scoring for the Rebels. He has a free throw. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the West High Rebels are 12 of 24 from the field, so exactly 50% from the field. They're 7 of 18 in twos. They're 5 of 6 in threes, and they're 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 28-13, and then they outscored the Rebels 21-17 in the second quarter, take a 49-30 halftime lead. David?
Nice individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge Senior Lucas Searcy. Benefactors are his two grandmothers, Linda and Williams, Sandy and Larson, and Mama Dunmore. I'd like to thank the three of you for your support of our broadcast and, of course, for unconditional support of your grandson, Lucas Searcy. We appreciate you sponsoring our broadcast here tonight. Second half about to get said here from the Campbell County District 3 basketball tournament, and we are back underway here. The West High Rebels have the basketball, and they'll throw the ball away to start the half. I don't know if anybody heard what I said a moment ago, but tonight's individual game sponsor are in honor of Oak Ridge Senior Lucas Searcy. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers. As the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor, a little bit more pressure being applied by the Rebels, and they're going to almost turn the ball over. The Wildcats, Lucas gives it off to Jamison. The ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Lucas, and they're going to call a timeout. 7:42 to play. You can already see, Mark, that West is going to come out very aggressive here.
Yeah, they are, and that's going to cause some problems for the Wildcats if they're not ready for it. So that's exactly why Coach Green called a timeout to get them resettled.
Let me read this again. You know, sometimes you forget to turn on your microphone. It happens in the broadcast world there, Mark. But tonight's individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge Senior Lucas Searcy. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers, Linda Nanny Williams, Sandy Nana Larson, and Marianne Mama Dunsmore. We thank all 3 of you for your support of Oak Ridge High School and, of course, your unconditional support of your grandson, Lucas. All of us are very proud of Lucas, and we appreciate your support here tonight. Oak Ridge basketball, Wildcats coming out with Darren Osborne. They also have in the ballgame Kel Slater, Lucas Searcy, Jamison up the graph. Here goes Darren in the paint. Wants to shoot, goes strong with it up there, no good. On the rebound will come the West High Rebels. Took a little while to get the shot off there, and back on defense go the Wildcats.
I tell you what, David, if Darren had turned left, he would have had a much easier shot on that last possession.
Another steal by the Wildcats. Oak Ridge has it with Lucas Searcy coming down the floor on a deflection. 19-point Wildcat lead, and there's another turnover. Neither team has scored. Here comes Pastrana inside of Bivens for the missed shot. Looked like he wanted to dunk it, but he wasn't able to, and they're going to call a foul on Bivens. He was just a little bit too close riding the body of the Wildcats. You can tell the strategy is to be aggressive against the Wildcats, physical them up, I guess. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but you can see that's what they want to do.
Yeah, that's what they do, you know, and I promise you that Coach Green prepared them for that when he called that quick timeout. So the Wildcats seem to be responding better now.
7:03 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge basketball. Osborne with it. Gives it out to Caden Updegraff to Kell, top of the circle. Somebody's got to be open. Wildcats work the ball right side. There's Lucas. They leave him open for 3. It's on its way. No good. Rebounded by the Rebels. Wildcats miss a 3 finally. What was the percentage you talked about earlier at the 3-point line? As they get a shot off, it's up, no good. Rebound, Jamison had it. It's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds.
The Wildcats were actually better shooting percentage-wise from three-point land than they were two, David. They were 8 of 12 from 3. They were 8 of 14 in twos.
49-30, the Wildcats by 19. The inbounds comes in to number 21, Bivens. His shot is a spinning jumper. Good. Wildcats got to get their mojo back that they had in the first half. West has a lot to say about that. They're a proud team. As the Wildcats are trapping in the rear court, here goes to Kell. Kell's going to dribble the ball across the line. Dribble in, penetrate, go to the paint, go to the hole. Shot no good, draws the foul. Personal foul against West will send the Wildcats to the free throw line. 49-32 Oak Ridge, 6:20 to play here in the third period. The winner plays the winner of Campbell County and Carnes for the championship. I think a lot of people might be surprised about Campbell County's resurgence here. An opportunity to play for a state or a district championship on their home floor. Wildcats cannot let up here, even though they had the big lead at the half.
No, that's Kell's first missed free throw of the night, David. In the first half, he was 6 of 6. He's now 6 of 7.
Second team foul called against the Rebels as Kell goes back to the free throw line. 49-32. Second toss also short. Rebounded by number 14. That'll be Braden Latham. They bring the ball quickly down the floor. Bivens for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats down the floor. Here it goes Lucas Searcy. Lucas waits for his teammates. Gives it out to Caden. To Jamison. Jamison backs it up. Dribbles right. Back to Lucas it goes. Wildcats. No real room here as Jamison goes up for the shot. No good. Again, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up. And missed it. Rebound to the Wildcats. Ball is loose on the floor, and a big battle and a foul called against the very aggressive West High Rebels. It'll be Oak Ridge watching them pick up their third team foul. 5:52 to play third period. Mark, they're piling up some fouls here.
Yeah, that's Bivens. That was called on Bivens. That was his second. Earlier, Hunter Watts picked up his third.
49-32, Oak Ridge in the lead, and it comes to Kell Slater. Kell right back inside, great pass. Inside to Lucas Searcy for the layup, good. Great penetration by Kell, and the Wildcat lead is back to 19 points. 5:42 to play, third quarter, 51-32. Will Bivens drives in, penetrates the paint, wants to go up for the shot. It's off the iron, no good, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Lucas Searcy. Lucas took a nasty tumble to the floor there. He's okay. 5:33 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge on top, 51-32. To work the ball in for them will be number 14, Braden Latham. They work the ball top of the circle to Pastrana. He works the ball inside, and the Wildcats commit a foul. It's going to be the second foul called against Lucas Searcy. Somehow, that guy got lost down low. It'll be number 14 for them. That is Braden Latham going to the free throw line. 51-32. Latham to the line. He's got 2 points. He's yet to attempt any from the free throw line. Lefty puts it up there. Good. Drew Thomas is doing our camera work. Jacob Bourbon doing the scoreboard. Christian Rosas Rodriguez down on the floor. Wildcats substituting Darren Osborne out. Flips back in the ball game. So the Wildcats have Caden and Jamison up to graph, along with Kell Slater, Lucas Searcy. Here's the second free throw. It's up, and it's good. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Kell pushes it across the way to Flip. Thought about a three, drives left, goes inside to Kell. Kell goes up for the shot. No, he can't shoot it. Back to Flip it goes. Flip dribbles left. Has Lucas, didn't get the ball to him. Dribbles with his right hand, gives it off to Caden. Inside Lucas, spinning. There's Jamison up to grab for three. He's good. 3-point shot, and that is his fifth three of the ball game. They leave him open, and it's a 20-point lead once again. 54-34 the score, 5 minutes to play. They got to know he shoots the ball. That's about his 55th of the year as the Wildcat lead is 20. 54-34 the score. Wildcat basketball, West basketball, the Wildcats really doing a good job shooting from the perimeter.
Yeah, as you said, David, 20-point lead here for the Wildcats. Matches their most for the game.
Nice drive there by Gabriel Pastrana, and the Wildcat lead is cut to 18. 4:36 to play, but one thing the West doesn't want to do is just trade baskets. As the Wildcats, Jamison up to grab, spins, 8-footer is good. Jamison hits another bucket. West defense not really that great on the middle penetration. The Wildcats are back up by 20. Here they come down the floor. Pastrana with it, lobs the ball, throws it away. Intercepted by Jamison up to grab. A big battle for the loose ball. Grabbed away by the Rebels. Bivens works the ball, number 13. He shoots. It's up. It's off the top of the backboard. No good. Jamison up to grab on the rebound. Here come the Wildcats running. Up by 20. 56-36. Kell with it to Lucas Searcy. NBA range three. It's good. 23-point lead for the Wildcats. 59-36 to score. And that is his second three-pointer of the night. The Wildcats bombs away from the outside. Wildcats building their lead here in the third period. 59-36 to score. Will Bivens drives right, swings it out to the top of the circle. Here it goes to Latham. Latham to Pastrana for three, clang off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Caden Updegraff, and he's fouled. Personal foul will be called against Latham. 3:34 to play. West fans not happy about it, but yeah, there was contact there.
Yeah, there was. I mean, you can't deny that he got bumped as he was making the rebound there, David.
Caden Updegraff comes out of the game. Grayson Strader checks in. 23-point Wildcat lead here. 59-36 to score. Flip with it across the way. Fires a pass to Lucas inside for the layup. Good. And another foul. They have so many breakdowns on defense. The Wildcats have been able to get easy shots all night long, Mark. Easy shots all night.
Yeah, Jamison Updegraff now with 21 points in the ballgame, Dave. He leads all scorers, and he goes to the line where he has yet to attempt any.
61-36 Wildcats. Been all Oak Ridge. They came out very aggressive to start the quarter as the free throw is missed. Rebounded by Will Biven down the floor to Pastrana. He's going to drive in, behind the back dribble. Dribbles in, throws up a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Kel Slater. Here it goes to Lucas Searcy. Searcy down the floor for the Wildcats. 61-36. He's held. Lucas to the hole. Shot is good again. The Wildcats getting so much easy middle penetration against the Rebels and scoring at will here. 63-36 the score. Pastrana with the basketball.
Looks like West is getting tired, David. They're not getting down on defense like they should.
Yeah, they're definitely getting tired. Their shots are falling short. They don't have as much depth, I don't believe. And the Wildcats right now up 63-30. I agree with you. West looks very tired right now as the Wildcats work it out. To the top it goes to Jamison Updegraff. Jamison works the ball to his left, comes back to the right to Kel Slater. 63-36 Wildcats. Wildcats with it. Grayson Strader has a 3 in the game. He's in the ball game right now. Here he goes to flip. Had Lucas on the baseline. Dribbles in. Is going to take him strong to the hole. Shot is no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. Here comes West down the floor. Dribbling the ball across the way, coast to coast. Shot is up. No good. Rebound Lucas Searcy to Kel Slater. If he can pick up the dribble, he does. He drives inside to Lucas. Here's another layup. It's up, no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. Down the floor they come, and the ball's taken away by the Rebels. Shot is up, good, and a foul is called. Foul called against the Wildcats. It'll send them to the line with an opportunity for a three-point play. 2:01 to play third quarter. 63-38, the Wildcats in the lead. As I mentioned, Mark, the Wildcats trying to reach the district championship game for the 12th consecutive year.
That's so impressive, David. You know, just the record that Coach Green has tabulated here for the Wildcats and just his run as far as district champions, both regular season and postseason district champions.
Free throw is up. I'm sorry, Mark. Shot is good. They're substituting into the ball game. Number 3 comes in. Doesn't appear on my official roster there. Apologies for that. Oak Ridge on top, 63-39. 2:01 to play in the third period. Kel with it to Grayson. Grayson, the rear court, gives it off to Kel. Kel across the midcourt line. Dribbles in, penetrates, takes it straight into the hole. He's fouled again. They're allowing Kel to drive right to the hole. And that he draws the foul. The Wildcats will go to the free throw line. 1:53 to play in the third period. 63-39. Wildcats, not a shooting violation. It'll be their basketball underneath the goal. Flip Thompson to work the ball in for the Wildcats. Has Grayson in the corner if they want to give it to him. He looks to Kel, though. He's got to get it in someday. He goes into Darren Osborne for the shot. Blocked away by the Rebels. Here they come down the floor. Dribbling. Pastrana drives. Lost the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. 1:46 to play third quarter. 63-39. It'll be the Rebels with the basketball. This series began in 1951, the first time West and Oak Ridge played one another. As the ball is worked in, and it comes to number 20. The Wildcats lead the all-time series 22-4. Here's a 3 miss, rebounded by Brendan Scott. And on the rebound attempt, we're going to see a foul, I believe, called against Oak Ridge's Darren Osborne. Darren's going to be picking up personal foul number 3. And it'll be Rebel basketball underneath the goal. A little bit of a sarcastic applause there from the Rebel fans here, Mark. Their ball, and it comes to Pastrana. 1:35 to play third quarter. They drive in. Nice pass. Shot is up. He missed the layup, though. Rebounded by number 3 again. Blocked again. All ball, but they're going to call the foul, and that's going to send number 3 to the line. I think the foul is going to go against Oak Ridge's Grayson Strader. 1:28 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead, 63-39. As they go to the free throw line, on my roster it says it's Carson Jesse, but it was crossed out. I don't believe that's his name. As he misses the free throw. 1:28 to play. 63-39. Missed free throw. It'll be another personal foul called.
No, jump ball.
Jump ball's called. My apologies. It'll be Oak Ridge with the basketball coming down the floor. In it comes to Flip Thompson to Kel. Kel catches it at the midcourt line. Hammered. No call. Drives in. Goes inside Darren Osborne. Layup good. No good. He missed it for point blank. My apologies there. Here come the Rebels down the floor. Out it goes the number 1 to number 3 once again. I apologize. We don't have his number. Number 1 is Jalen Hill. He works the dribble, guarded by Brennan Scott. Comes off to the left side. 5-second count is on, and there it is. Jalen Hill dribbles too much, and with 1:02 to play in the third period, it's 63-39. Wildcats in the lead. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball side court. 1:02 to play third quarter. Wildcats have increased their lead here in the third quarter after the Rebels came out so strong. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Caden Brightheart's in the ball game. He shoots, puts it up, no good. Bryson Comer tried to get the rebound. Ball knocked away. Emmett, how are you doing today?
Good.
Did you come up to here to see the ball game, or did you come up to see me?
Both.
Thank you. I like it. A great answer right there. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. They'll work the ball in. Here it comes. Wildcats swinging in. Grayson Strader for 3. No good. On the rebound, Caden Brightheart. Brightheart with it to Brennan Scott. Dribbles left. Gives it back to Grayson. Wide open for Flip for 3. It's good. 3-point shot. How many threes do the Wildcats have tonight? Flip has 4 points as the Rebels come down the floor trailing 66-39. 11 threes in the ballgame. I'm going to have to check the all-time record here as they work the ball top of the circle. Here it goes to Noah Johnson. Johnson dribbles out to the left side to Jalen Hill. Guarded by Brennan Scott. To the right side it goes number 13. They work the ball out to the top of the circle. Back to Hill. He drives in. Kicks the ball for a 3. It's on its way. That's good. 3-point shot for number 13. That is Jason Gainey. As the Wildcats run the floor, West steals it. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They get a 3 off. No good as the third quarter comes to a close. We played 3 quarters of basketball here at Campbell County High School, and the Wildcats lead it 66-42. And we'll be back in 60 seconds.
What's his name? Who plays in the second game? Saw the cheerleaders in blue.
Tonight's individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge senior Lucas Searcy. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers, Linda, Nanny Williams, Sandy, Nana Larson, Marianne Mamaw Dunsmore. We thank all 3 of you grandmothers for your support of our broadcast and, of course, your unconditional support of your grandson, Lucas Searcy. All of us are proud of Lucas and his accomplishments and look forward to seeing him and what he's going to do in the future in his life. Here comes Oak Ridge with the basketball. Down the floor will come Caden Brightheart to the hole. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Bryson Comer, though. The Wildcats to Brennan Scott for 3. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot for Brennan Scott. That is the 12th 3-pointer the Wildcats have hit in the ballgame. They lead at 69-42. Remember, Coach Green will be up to talk to me after the ballgame. We'll have the final statistics as Caden Brightheart commits the personal foul. 7:25 to play in the ballgame. Mark, this team beat West the other day. The Wildcats are just playing phenomenal basketball tonight.
Yeah, as we said, David, I mean, their shooting percentage in the first half was just absolutely incredible, and that's what really kind of took the game out of West.
Block shot, rebounded right back up by the Rebels, and there's going to be a foul. Wildcats currently have what appears to be Wildcats have all substitutes in, while the Rebels have a lot of their starters in. 69-42 the score. Depth has been an issue for other teams against Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge loves to run and gun, and unfortunately, some teams are just not built that way, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, Oak Ridge always loves upscale or an up-paced game, and, you know, it looked earlier like West was really suffering from that.
Gabriel Pastrana hits one of the two. The Wildcats had the basketball to Caden Brightheart. Gives it out to Brennan Scott. He's going to drive in. Give it into Bryson Comer. He can't control the pass. Taken away by the Rebels. Here comes Bivens down the floor. They allow him to shoot, and he scores. Wildcats back the other way. Brennan with it. Brennan running the floor, dribbling in. Free throw line jumper is up, and it's good. Brennan Scott drops it in, and Oak Ridge leads 71-45. They run the floor. Opportunity for a layup. They work the ball inside Bivens. He is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Will Bivens is a great basketball player. We've seen him in the region tournament a year ago, and we saw him two times this year. And I like their point guard, too. Gabriel Pastrana, I think he's a really, really fine player.
Yeah, Pastrana just hadn't had the points that he typically has. The Wildcats to this point have held him to 5 points.
Free throws up, good. Hit by Will Bivens. The Wildcats trying to get to the district championship game for the 12th consecutive year. We'll play the winner of Karns and Campbell County on Tuesday night at 7:30 if the score holds as it is. 71-46 the score, Oak Ridge basketball. Grayson Strader with it over to Flip to Brennan. Brennan Scott drives in, pulls up, shoots the three. No good. Great rebound by Brightheart to Grayson Strader, and he's fouled. Foul, I think, is going to go against Will Bivens. 6.5 minutes to play here. The foul is called against him. That'll be his third, and Grayson will go to the free throw line. Hope you enjoyed listening to Grayson last night. I interviewed him after the ball game. I'd interviewed Drew Thomas, but he doesn't ever want to talk on the air. 71-46 the score. Free throw is up, and it is good. Drew, of course, part of our legendary Phoenix trip crew, went out there, went to Las Vegas, had a good time. I lost them for about 2 days. I don't know what happened to them, but eventually found them again somewhere on the streets of the Strip of Las Vegas, Mark.
Lost in Las Vegas. Sounds like a movie.
Most definitely. 73-46 the score. Wildcats in the lead, 73-46. With the basketball will come the Rebels. Ethan Shields with it. They work the ball top of the circle. Here it goes to Britton. They work the ball, and then there's going to be foul against Caden Brightheart. Let me tell you, hey, Jacob Irvin, let me tell you a story. We were at the Grand Canyon, and Drew gets really close to the edge of the Grand Canyon. There are no railings there. There is a lot of snow on the ground, and guess what Drew does? He goes sliding down the side of the hill. I was thinking that I was going to have to call his parents about his death at the Grand Canyon, but we had ball games. I was going to call him after the tournament was over if he fell into the Grand Canyon. Free throw missed, rebounded by Oak Ridge. Drew's smiling here. That actually did happen, although I probably would have called his parents. 73-47 Oak Ridge, having some fun here. It's a lot more fun when you're up big time in a district tournament ball game.
Yeah, 36 points will do that for you as the Wildcats get another two this time by Grayson Strader. He has 7 in the ball game.
The Wildcats have all substitutes in there, and the Wildcats are still putting up points. 75-47 the score. Here's a deflection. Out to the top it goes to Ethan Shields. They work the ball, and they throw the ball away. It's going to be an over and back call against the Rebels. Wildcat depth tends to wear teams down, and I think that's what's happened to West here tonight, Mark.
Yeah, I'd say both the depth and just the speed that they play. I mean, they require so much out of these players. You know, the pace has to be fast to be a Wildcat.
75-47. Maybe it's Jacob bringing us good luck here, helping us out here. We're going to have to bring him back again. Took me 2 years to get him to come to one game. Here come the Wildcats with the basketball. Grayson with it. Left side flip for 3. No good. Rebound, out of bounds, last touch. They say by Bryson Comer. It'll be West basketball. Rebels substituting a couple new players in. Looks like Chris Musteller is going to come into the game. Out will come Dane Britton. Out of the game will come Will Bivens as well. The Wildcats are going to get Baylor Wright in the game. Wildcats have, Flip out. They got Bryson Comer in, Brennan Scott. They got sophomores in. And Bryson Comer, he's a junior. With the basketball will come the Rebels. Number 1 with it, that's Jalen Hill. Top of the circle, they thought about shooting a 3. Here they work the ball inside. Here goes to Musteller. Cannot shoot, guarded there by Baylor. Works the ball to the right side. They work the ball down low. Inside, they get position for the shot. Good. Nice shot there by Devin Martin. And here come the Wildcats down the floor. 75-49, Brennan Scott with the basketball. 4:53 to play in the ballgame. The Wildcats will play either Karns or Campbell County, 7:30 on Tuesday night for the district championship, Mark.
Yeah, it'd be exciting because that, like you said, that's a district championship. So the cream of the crop, will be representing our own district there. So should be very exciting.
And the good news is, if you win this ball game, you get to host a region ball game. So we're going to come home to Wildcat Arena for a ball game on Saturday. Brendan Scott to the line. Shot is good. He'll have another one. The sophomore will have, how many does Brendan have in the ball game?
He's got 9. He's shooting for double digits right here, David.
Sophomore gunning for number 10. 4:49 to play. He's got it. 77-49 the score. The Wildcats in the lead. So the Lady Wildcats will play for the district championship on Monday at 7:30 against Powell. The boys will play either Campbell County or Carnes. The Rebels will go into the consolation game as they miss a shot, rebounded by Grayson Strader. Wildcats in the lead here, 4.5 minutes to play. I know I'm way ahead of the game here as Grayson puts up a shot, no good. Big battle for it. Bryson Comer tried to get it. It's a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow faces the Cardinal in gray. 77-49 Oak Ridge. 4:25 to play in the ball game here. So far, so good. Lady Wildcats came up here and won by 30 last night, and the Oak Ridge boys trying to get a win here tonight as well. Bryson Comer drives in for the shot. Block, no good. Rebounded out of bounds. Last touch by Caden Brightheart. 4:18 to play in the ball game. 77-49. Here comes West down the floor. They're moving right to left, wearing their all red jerseys with white and blue trim. The Oak Ridge Wildcats wearing their white jerseys with cardinal and a little bit of gray. Their basketball, number 3 with it. They work the ball to the left side. Over it goes to number 22. Driving with it, that's Musteller. He works the ball back out for a 3. It's up good. Nice shot out there by Ethan Shields. And the Wildcats lead is 77-52. Caden Brightheart to the hole. Good. Caden Brightheart scores his first 2 points. Just about everybody who's played tonight for the Wildcats has scored. Got to get Baylor right in there. There's a offensive or a blocking foul called against the Wildcats. Just a little bit too late to slide in front of him, and they'll go to the free throw line. 3:42 to play. At the free throw line will be Jalen Hill. They don't list their classes on my roster here. Freshman. He's a good-looking player. Shot is on his way up there, and it is good. He'll have another one. I was just told he's a freshman player, Mark, so he's gonna be very good. I was just told this whole group is freshmen, so it's some talent out on the floor here for West we're gonna have to deal with next several years. Second toss up there is good. 79-54 the score. 3:41 to play in the ball game here. The Wildcats in the lead. Mark, not a whole lot of drama in this one.
No, I was wondering where the running clock was. It's almost a turnover by the Wildcats, but number 14, Baylor Wright, was able to contend. And then he gets it up, layup on the other side for West.
Wildcats got to guard the basketball here. Here they come down the floor. 3:19 to play. 79-56, the Wildcats in the lead. Brightheart drives past his man, pulls up, shoots a little 6-footer. It's short. Rebound and tip back to Brightheart. Brightheart looks to Bryson, goes inside for the shot. Good. Left-handed. Pushed it off the glass there, Mark, and the Wildcats have 81.
Really nice play, and a nice turnover there by Brightheart. He'll go on the other end. Pump up, no good. Shot is blocked.
And he gets his own blocks rebound if he can pick it up. The ball is loose on the floor. Bryson has it to Brightheart. Brightheart drives right. He lost the ball. They pick it up. They work the ball down the floor. Here comes a layup. It is good. They score with number 13 for them. That is Jason Gainey. Wildcats in the lead, 81-58. Little ragged play all of a sudden, but that's what happens when you got young players in for both teams.
Yeah, that's impressive that all these are freshmen for West. Good critical playing time that they're getting as Brightheart gets another 2. He's got 6 in the ballgame.
Yeah, that's closing in on his career high, I think. Almost a steal there, saved on the floor by Musteller. They're going to call a foul against Brennan. 2:12 to play. That'll be the 10th team foul called against Oak Ridge, so the double bonus is in effect. I think everybody able to play has gotten into the ball game for both teams, I think. Looking down the West bench there. Oak Ridge will play for the district championship, and both the boys and the girls. And, we're very, very blessed. We're very, very, what's the word, Mark? Spoiled, actually, how good our basketball teams have been.
Yeah, I just don't want to take it for granted that you just assume that they're going to be in the region tournament every year, because a lot of teams, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we've been in the region tournament 27 straight years, and there's not anybody even close to that.
Yeah, you've seen that kind of with the Braves back in the late 90s, or the early 90s, rather, where, you know, the fans, they just don't show up until it's playoff time. Hopefully we don't have that happen to the Wildcat fans.
You know, honestly, the girls' crowd yesterday was bigger than our crowd here today, which you don't normally see, although there's more students up here. I missed a technical evidently. Baylor Wright's going to shoot technical free throws here. His first toss is up there good. Honestly, on the coach, Drew tells me. You and I were talking here, and Baylor hits the first one, knocks down the second one. So Baylor has scored for the Wildcats. Now, I think the only one who has not scored, I don't know, has Darren scored tonight?
No, Darren nor Bryson Comer.
We're probably not going to see Darren again the rest of the night here. 86-59 the score. Here come the Wildcats with the basketball. Once again, it gives me the opportunity. Got 2 minutes to play here. Stop me if something happens on the floor as Grayson swings it out to Brennan in the corner. Tonight's individual game sponsor is in honor of Oak Ridge senior Lucas Searcy. Here's Bright Harp again to the hole. Once again, right down the lane, and he's got 8 points. Our individual game sponsor is for Lucas Searcy. In honor of him, there's a missed shot rebounded by Bryson Comer. Our benefactors are his 3 grandmothers, Linda Nanny Williams, Sandy Nana Larson, Marianne Mamaw Dunsmore. There's Bryson. Every Wildcat has scored tonight. 90-59 except Darren Osborne. Let's put Darren back in to get him some points. 90-59 the score. Minute 26 to play in the ball game. So the Rebels will play the loser of this next ball game, either Carnes or Campbell County, in the consolation ball game. That'll be Monday at 6 o'clock. The boys, Oak Ridge boys, will be playing at 7:30 against the winner of that game. Oak Ridge will be hosting a region tournament ball game on Saturday as well against the losers of the games tonight. Playing in the other district are William Blount, Hardin Valley, Farragut, and Bearden. So we are going to play one of those 4 teams on Saturday night. Farragut, Bearden, Hardin Valley, or William Blount. Second free throw, no good. The Wildcats up by 30, 90-60. Oak Ridge down the floor. Caden Brightheart to the hole. This time he shot his block. Taken away by the Rebels. 90-60 with a basketball will come West High School. They'll dribble in, bounce past left side, number 3. They shoot, and he hits it. That guy's pretty good, Mark.
Reese Clark.
Thank you. He's not on our roster. Apologize for that. We didn't have it right away, but he's a freshman. Obviously added late. A lot of teams do that. I don't think we didn't add anybody, I guess, to the roster. 90-63, the Wildcats in the lead. 43 seconds to play. What I like about these West kids, Bryson Comer for 3, no good. What I like about these West kids, as Brennan knocks the ball out of bounds, is these young guys just got in the ball game. They're very talented, you can tell. But what I like about them, they're playing hard. These West kids are.
Yeah, they really are, David. And it's, exactly what you want to see. The Wildcats are playing hard, too. Shot up, no good, but gets his own rebound and puts it up good.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, leading 90-65. The Wildcats break their press. Here's Brightheart with it. Baylor right for 3. No good. Rebound. Jump ball is called. The alternate possession arrow to the West High Rebels. 16 seconds to go in this one. The Wildcats headed for victory here tonight over the West High Rebels. And the Wildcats are headed to the district championship game. The Wildcats will up their record to 22-5 as they launch at 3. It's up, no good. Brightheart on the rebound. West will fall to 9-12. Wildcats, Bryson Comer gets a layup at the buzzer. It is good. 92-65 is the final score of the ball game. The Wildcats are headed, as we mentioned, to the District 3 4A championship against the winner of the next ball game, which will pit Campbell County against the Carnes High School Beavers. Mark, your thoughts on the ball game.
Great win for the Wildcats, David. They really played well the entire game. It's not like they had a dry spell at all. So great job by the Wildcats. Nice, consistent play.
Let me ask Jacob here. He's not a big basketball guy here, but Jacob, what'd you think of the ball game?
It was really enjoyable now that I'm actually doing something.
Yeah, I mean, you had to work a lot. You score as many points as was scored in this game. Your fingers, are they tired?
No.
Not at all. Well, let's ask Drew what he thought of the ball game. Let's get his commentary. What'd you think, Drew?
I thought it was a really good game. I feel like we played good on both ends of the floor. Even our second group played really well. There's a lot of potential with this group.
Wildcats win the ball game. And Drew, I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word you said. I was talking to a West High guy here, but the Wildcats are victorious here. We're going to take a break. We'll send it back to Brian at the station. We'll be back with a look at the stats. Coach Green will be up here. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Did you get that voice text the other day when I was at home? Did you get that voice text?
Yes.
You too, man. Alright. Tony. Good team, man. See ya. You mean to end it?
No, we're on until Coach Green gets up. What was the final score?
92-65.
Hey guys. Thank you. Help us again sometime.
I will reach out to someone.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School side of this year's District 3 4A basketball tournament. The Wildcats will make an appearance in the championship game on both the girls and the guys side. The Lady Wildcats will play at 7:30 on Monday against Powell for a chance to win a championship, and the boys will play Tuesday night from Campbell County, 7:30. Against either Carnes or Campbell County. We'll have both games on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We've been streaming the game live on our YouTube channel. We talked about Lucas's grandmothers being our sponsor. Tomorrow, or actually the Monday championship ball game, Jenna Johnson's grandparents are going to be sponsoring the broadcast, and they are doing it not necessarily just for Jenna, but for all grandparents who aren't able to make the ball games here. And I know a lot of older people aren't able to make the games because of what we've all been going through for the last 2 years, but we're going to stream the game on YouTube, and we'll thank the Johnson family for doing that on Monday, and then on Monday, and then on Tuesday we'll have another sponsor for the boys as Coach Green has arrived here. Get a chance to speak to him, head coach of the Wildcats, and let him sit down here. Coach, I don't know if you can be any happier. I mean, it's you come to a district tournament and you know you haven't played since I guess Clinton game on Monday. You came out smoking hot. I mean, 60, almost 70% from threes in the first half. I mean, you were just bombing them in, and everything you did offensively was working for you. And you had a few breakdowns on defense, I know. Let Bivin open several times. I think he scored their first 11 points, and you were furious. I know about that. You could care less about all these threes dropping in, but breakdown on defense, I know that you don't like them.
Yeah, you know, I was concerned playing Clinton the last game of the year like that, win or lose, because – you know, like Clinton beat us the first time in that last second three. They had a letdown at Powell the next night. You know, we win against Clinton. I'll start over. It's on now. Okay. You know, we win against Clinton, so you're worried about, you know, letdown. But our guys prepared. We took off Tuesday. We had really hard practice. Getting after it Wednesday and Thursday. It was a little bit lighter yesterday. You know, they played well. I mean, arguably, may have been one of the best games we played, especially offensively. You know, they played. We didn't execute very well against their zone the second time we played them at our place. We were a little bit more prepared for it today, and it's amazing how much stuff goes well when you make shots. And you know, just looking at the stat sheet, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Had 5 guys in double figures, and Grayson had 7. Almost had 6 guys. Our bench played well when they came in.
Everybody scored except Aaron tonight. Everybody on the team.
Yeah, and we just, you know, I thought we did a really good, you know, I can't say I thought I was surprised that they beat Powell, but, you know, Zero Pastrana really was a difference in the game when they beat Powell. He had 23. He got to the rim all night long. He got to the paint. So that was a key. Obviously, Bivin is key as well, but it starts with Pastrana keeping him out of the paint. I thought we took 3. We did a really good job first half of doing that. Now, we took 3 charges in the first half, which is, you know, I think that's the highest we've taken all year in a game was 3. I don't know if we got any in the second half. But, you know, that was an emphasis, was keeping Zero out of the paint, especially in transition and in a half court. And obviously Bivin is a player. You got to be able to find him. But he got loose a couple times on our press, and sometimes that's going to happen. We just got guys that didn't find him quick enough. But just really proud of our team. You know, that's a good win. It's not easy to beat a team, you know, they've got 2 really good players. They're not a bad team at all. I'm just proud of the way our guys, they played hard. I think it starts there. We defended, we rebounded. We didn't play perfect. They played loose. They played together. So really, really proud of them.
All year, basically, I thought they ran out of gas. They came out with a lot of
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and we told our guys, you know, I thought you know, in the Clinton game, we subbed a little bit more. We got Kale a couple breaks. But I told our guys coming in this game, you know, we were going to obviously pressure and, you know, guys, we're going to have to play good minutes, whether it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or if you got 8 or 9 minutes, you got, you know, contribute, especially on the defensive end, take care of the ball. And I thought they did, and they were aggressive. So our bench did a great job.
Caden had a really good, might have been his best game.
Caden Bradhart was probably, and he's capable of that. I mean, he's a guy that, you know, we're looking at maybe our 1 next year. He looked good at the 1.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to play much. He played 1 in middle school. He don't get to play much 1 in our practices. But he's aggressive. He handles it. He's strong. He's a good player. So I was glad to see him play well. But overall, just a good win for us. That's not like I said, we don't take them for granted. That's a good team we just beat, and you know, I told our guys to enjoy it for about 5 minutes,
Right,
and get ready for, you know, we're gonna have a tough one on Tuesday, one way or the other, whether it's Karns or Campbell County.
Coach. So let's talk about the matchups here. I know you want to watch this game here in front of us here. Obviously, we've played both teams. Both teams, the second time around, played us to the wire.
Yeah.
Both times, Campbell County really played you well at our place. Karns played you pretty strong too. So it's not going to be any easy task, whoever you play.
No, it's not, and we know that. You know, Campbell County. Well, like you said, we won by 1 at Karns. We ended up winning by, but we were down 6 going into fourth quarter at Campbell County last time. They're different teams. I don't know if I could say, you know, which one I think I'd rather play, because, you know, both of them is going to be tough. Obviously, you know, having to play Campbell County anywhere is going to be tough, but on their home floor is tough. Obviously, Karns. You know, they're just so athletic and got, you know, 3 really good players as well, and obviously Campbell County does as well. So it should be an interesting game. I'm curious to see the matchups and how they play and what, strategy and what what each team's trying to do to emphasize and who plays well.
I think you hit double-digit threes. I know it was at least 11 at one point, maybe even 12 threes. I think the school record was 16 against Gibbs, I think, years ago. But I just don't remember us just coming out in a first half of a tournament ball game. Usually that first tournament ball game, you're a little tight. I mean, everybody, because the team that you played, West, they'd already played one game.
Yeah.
And beaten a PAL team. A lot of times that first game, you're a little tight. You guys, they didn't look tight at all.
No, and that's one thing we talked about over the last couple of days is, hey, seniors, this is what it's about. Have fun, play loose. If anything, don't play tight. Have fun, enjoy it, embrace it, have fun, laugh. Just play. I think you'd rather have your teams loose right now at this time of year than tight and feeling pressure. And I think our guys played loose. I think our seniors have. I've talked about them all year long. It's a great group, obviously, but they're mature enough to know that I think they know what it takes to win, and they're not going to play perfect. But I agree. I think they played loose, and sometimes when you play loose, you have a little bit more freedom and feel a little bit more relaxed and can make more plays.
Coach, we streamed the ball game today. We have to pay the TSSAA Chargers a fee, and you know who paid our fee today?
Joe Gaddis.
No, Lucas Searcy's grandparents.
Oh, nice.
3 grandmothers paid for our streaming fee today, which was so cool.
That's
I thought.
Great. That is great.
Coach,
Great
just your final
family.
comments for you.
Yeah, good win. I'm just proud of the way we played. I'm proud of our preparation. I think we played how we prepared. We had 3 or 4 really good days of practice. Just when we converted it to the game. And we were very unselfish as far as the final comments. That one's over. And we're going to get them off tomorrow just because we've had a long week. We hadn't been off since last Saturday. I told them to watch, whoever wins this game, they're going to watch that game on their own and get a feel. And then the good part, you played them twice. You kind of know what's going on. So we'll get ready on have some prep time on Monday and then see what happens. But it should be a good ball game right here. Looking forward to watching it.
Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations, and have a good day off tomorrow.
Yeah, and thank you. And I think, our girls playing a championship, a PAL on Monday night at 7:30, right? Should be a great ball game. We need to fill this place up with Oak Ridgers, and then following that on Tuesday for our guys in the championship on Tuesday at 7:30 as well. Let's get these Oak Ridge people up here. It's not too far of a drive, David. About 35 minutes. If you speed like me, it may take you 30.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thanks, David.
Wildcats win the ball game here. I'm going to take one more break here and bring Mark in for the final stats. We'll wrap it up here. Oak Ridge wins tonight over the West High Rebels. We'll be back in 3 minutes. I had to get another break. You want it on you or you want it?
The clock. Mark Hayes back here at Campbell County High School, where Oak Ridge defeats the Rebels of West High School. Leading scorer for the Wildcats was Lucas Searcy. He had 22 points. He was 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. With 21 points was Jameson Updegraff. He was 8 of 12 from the field. Of those, 5 of 6 from beyond the three-point line. 11 points added by Kel Slater. He hit his number. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Also in double figures, Brennan Scott. The sophomore, he had 10 points. He was 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Also scoring for the Wildcats, Caden Brightheart came off the bench. He had 8 points. He was 4 of 8 from the field. 4 points for Bryson Comer. He was 2 of 5 from the field. 2 points by Baylor Wright. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He shot the technicals for the Wildcats. 4 points for Flip Thompson. He was 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 7 points by Grayson Strader. He was 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and 2 points by Caden Updegraff. He was 1 of 2 from the field. So as a team, the Wildcats were 32 of 63 from the field. They were 20 of 40 in twos. They were 12 of 24, or rather 12 of 23 in threes, and they were 15 of 20 from the free throw line. Now looking at the West High Rebels, they were led in scoring by Will Biven. He led all scores with 23 points tonight. He was 9 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Also in double figures for the Rebels, Noah Johnson had 10. He was 4 of 6 from the field, 9 points added by Jason Gainey. He was 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 points by Gabriel Pastrana. He was 1 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 3 points added by both Ethan Shields and Reese Carter. Ethan was 1 of 1 from beyond the three-point line. Reese Carter, he was 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points by Braden Latham. He was 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points added by Devin Martin, 1 of 2 from the field. 2 points also by Chris Mustelier. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points by Jalen Hill, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and 1 point added by Dane Britton. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Rebels were 22 of 54 from the field. They were 14 of 38 in twos. They were 8 of 16 in threes, and they were 12 of 19 from the free throw line. Wildcats led, I believe, basically the entire game. They were up 28-13 in the first quarter. Then they outscored the Rebels 21-17 in the second quarter, take a 49-30 lead at the half. In the third quarter, West decided to be more aggressive, but Oak Ridge also, again outscores them, but they kind of tailed back their scoring. This time the Oak Ridge outscores West 17-12 in the third quarter to take a 66-42 lead into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Wildcats extend the lead, outscoring the Rebels 26-23 in the fourth quarter, and that's how we get to a final. Oak Ridge victorious tonight, 92-65. David?
Thanks a lot, Mark. I appreciate that. So the Wildcats are victorious here tonight at Campbell County High School. Right down below us here, we won't be able to broadcast this ball game, but Carnes and Campbell County are going at it down below. The Wildcats will play the winner of this game. The West High Rebels will play the loser of this game. That'll be Tuesday night, 6 o'clock for them. The Wildcats will play at 7:30 for the District 3 championship. And, of course, the Lady Wildcats will play on Monday at 7:30 against Powell for the championship. So both Oak Ridge teams, the girls and the guys, playing for the district championship. Monday night, girls, 7:30. And then on Tuesday night, the boys will play 7:30 against the winner of this game. That about does it here from Campbell County High School. We appreciate all of you for watching or listening to our broadcast. And of course, as I mentioned, we're being brought to you by the grandmothers of Lucas Searcy. We appreciate them greatly. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming up on Monday when the Lady Wildcats take on Powell. For our crew today, we had Jacob Irvin, we had Drew Thomas, we had Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Brian Bennett back at the station, and of course, Mark Case. This is David Clary saying until Monday, so long, everybody.